Here we have some of the apps by FoodCloudPlus available on Microsoft App Source, and today we'll be discussing some of the functionalities of the Sales Commissions app. We'll go through an overview of what Sales Commissions is, how to set it up, and how Sales Commissions works in Business Central. The Sales Commissions app by FoodCloudPlus allows users to enact an effective marketing strategy to attract customers, boost sales, and enhance transparency in the commission process, thereby fostering increased motivation for sales representatives to achieve sales targets. With sales commissions, users can create multiple policies based on the different customers, items, and agents their policies relate to. Commissions can be calculated based on a unit of measure basis. For example, for each unit of an item sold, an agent can receive 2 of the local currency as commission. So if an agent sells 100 cases of an item in which this commission is applicable to, and the local currency code is dollars, the agent will receive $200 as commission. Commissions can also be calculated on a percentage of sales or profit basis. For example, if the sales line total of a particular sales document is $1,000, and the commission percentage is set to 5%, the agent will receive a $50 commission. Commission calculations can also be set as a tiered system. Users also have access to a history of pertinent commission information conveniently located throughout relevant pages. In addition, users have the ability to reverse commissions through the sales credit memo, and they also have the ability to manually post and reverse commissions through the commission journal. Our first step in the setup process is to complete the sales commission setup page. This page can be accessed in different ways, and there are several fields that we must discuss and fill out as necessary. So one way to access this page is through the assisted setup. If we search for assisted setup and go to the assisted setup page, we can search for sales commission. And by clicking on setup sales commission, we'll open up the sales commission setup wizard, and we can go through and fill out the fields as necessary. Another way to do this is to go to our manual setup page. And once again, we're going to search for sales commission. And if we click on sales commission setup, we will open up the sales commission setup page. And of course, we can directly search for sales commission setup. There are several fields on the sales commission setup page, the first of which is the Calculate Sales Credit Memo Commissions button, which when turned on, make it so that commissions calculated for sales credit memos are done so using the same criteria as their corresponding sales documents. However, even if this button is off, we can still manually post our commissions using the commission journal. The next button is the Sales Document Agents Editable button, which when turned on, makes it so that agents in sales documents can be modified. Normally, however, agents are copied from the customer agent into the sales documents. Moving on to the Number Series Fast tab, we can see 2 fields, one for commission number series and one for agent number series, where we will specify the number series we want to use for both our commissions and our agents, respectively. Moving on to the Journal Templates Fast tab, we have 2 fields, the Commission General Journal Template Name field and the Commission General Journal Batch Name field. In the Commission General Journal Template Name field, we'll specify the general journal template we want to use for posting commission entries into the general ledger. In the Commission General Journal Batch Name field, we'll specify the general journal batch we want to use for posting commission entries into the general ledger. And now moving on to the Posting Requirements Fast tab, we can see 2 buttons that when turned on will impose restrictions. The first one of which is the Sales Document is Fully Paid button, which when turned on makes it so that commissions will only be paid if the corresponding sales document has been fully paid, and the Sales Document Paid by Due Date button, which when turned on makes it so that commissions will only be paid if the corresponding sales document has been paid by the due date. An agent is a representative of a company, and this individual conducts or facilitates sales of products or services on behalf of said company. An agent can be a company employee or a vendor, and the way we track agents and identify them in the system is by creating agent cards. Agent cards hold the data that describes the parameters of the agent, and there are various fields that pertain to the agent that we must define and clarify in the agent card. Now from here, we'll search for agents, and we can create a new agent card by clicking on new. We have some already set out here. If we click on new, the first thing we must do in the general fast tab is to specify the number series, which in this case we have a number series dedicated for agents. And it seems the number of this agent card is agent A6. Now, right underneath in the source type field, we'll specify the source type as either a salesperson and purchaser or a vendor. Now, depending on which of these we click, our source number field will differ. So if I was to select vendor in the source type, if I go to source number, I will be able to pick from a list of vendors. And likewise, if I was to select salesperson and purchasers, I would select from a list of salespeople and purchasers in the source number field. So for example, we can refer this one to HR, Lena Ray. And in the agent commission group, we can once again specify a commission group for the agents. I've already created an agent group for which I want this agent card to apply to. This one is for intermediate agents. And here our agent card is complete. Now it's important to note that if we want to use an agent card that is of the salesperson/purchaser source type, and if that individual is an employee, then we must reflect this in the system by connecting the employee to the salesperson/purchaser by including the salesperson/purchaser code in the employee card of the employee. So to do this, we would go to our employees. And let's take, for example, Jim Olive. And if we scroll down to the administration fast tab, we can see that there's a salesperson/purchaser code field. And this is when, of course, we specify the salesperson or purchaser code for our employee. So since Jim is an employee and also he will be serving as a salesperson/purchaser, we just make sure to include his code in the salesperson/purchaser code field of his employee card. Now, in addition, something else we must pay attention to on the employee card is that we must fill out the employee posting group field in the payments fast tab. This is just to represent the posting group of the employee that we wish to use as a salesperson/purchaser. So here I've created one already called employee posting group 1, EPG1, and the corresponding account has been connected. Now moving on to commission cards. A commission card holds the data that describes the parameters of a commission. It identifies the items, customers, and agents it will be applied to, the calculation of the commission, and it will direct the registration of the commission transaction into the appropriate accounts. To set up a commission card, we must fill out the fields on the card as necessary and assign the card to a customer, item, and agent depending on the commission program. Now from here, we'll search for commissions. And to create a new commission, we'll click on New. And first off, in the General Fast tab, we will specify the number series we want to use for this card. We have a number series created specifically for commissions, which I'll be using, and the number for this commission card is C6. We'll specify the starting date, the date we want this commission to be effective from, and we can even include an ending date, a date where we want this commission card to no longer be effective. We can include a description for the card. For example, I can say that this is a commission for senior agents, and we can even include a commission category code. These codes are used to group different commission cards together and categorize them. I have one created that I want to apply this commission card to. Now, in the currency code field, we can specify a currency for which we want this commission card to relate to. However, we can also leave this field blank. If we leave this field blank, then this commission card will be set to using the system's default currency code. Now, it's also important to note that if a commission card's currency does not match the currency on a sales document, that commission card will not be applicable or effective for that sales document. Next, in the calculation details fast tab, there are 4 specific fields that pertain to the calculation of this commission. In the calculation type field, we have 4 options as to how we want this commission to be calculated. We can calculate our commissions based on a per unit of measure basis, a percentage of sales amount basis, a percentage of profit, or a percentage of profit margin, with, of course, the percentage of sales amount being the total sales amount in the document line, the percentage of profit being the total profit from the document sales line, and the percentage of profit margin being the profit margin of the document sales line. If we select per unit of measure, we're going to have to specify a unit of measure code. For example, we can select cases in this scenario. In the value type field, we have 2 options. We can either set the value type as specific or tiered. If we want to enact a tiered system, we'll select tiered. However, if we want to just enact a specific commission value, we will just pick specific. And of course, in the value field, we'll input the value that we want the commission to have. So for example, I can put here 2. So what this means is that for every unit of measure, which in this case is a case of an item, 2 units of the default system's currency code, and this is of course because we have not selected a currency code in this field. So 2 of the system's default currency will be calculated as a commission. So if this particular situation, a sales document has 100 cases of an applicable item, and of course this commission card has been associated with that item, customer, and agent, then the 100 cases would result in a commission calculation of $200. For example, if the system's default currency was in dollars. Now moving on to the posting fast tab, we can see 3 fields, the first of which is the commission posting group. We've already created a commission posting group, which will apply here. And if we look to the right, we can see 2 fields under the requirements header. Now, these fields may seem familiar. These are the fields that were present in the sales commission setup page as well. And we have set defaults for both of these pages. Now, just to reiterate, if the sales document is fully paid field is set to yes, then this would mean that the sales commission will only be paid if the corresponding sales document is fully paid. Likewise, if the sales document paid by due date field is set to yes, then that would mean that the commission will only be paid if the corresponding sales document is paid by the agreed upon due date. Now, if we take a look back to the calculation details fast tab and revisit the value type field, if we switch our value type to tiered, we can see that the value field right underneath is no longer editable. However, this tiers button at the top is now clickable, and when we click it, we will go to the commission tiers page where we can specify the way we want our tier system to look. So in the minimum field, we'll enter the minimum value, and in the value field, we'll enter the corresponding commission value. So since our calculation type is set to per unit of measure, our minimum will be, for example, let's say 100 cases, and we want the corresponding value to be 1. Now we can fill out the fields more as necessary to reflect our tiered system program, and I can say, for example, for 200 cases, I want the commission value to be 1.5, and for 300, I want it to be 2, and so on. And we can edit this commission tiers table to match and suit our tier program as we wish. Now, our next step is to assign the commission card to different customers, items, and agents depending on our commission program. So if I was to click on customers, I will enter the commission customers page, and here I'll specify the customers that I want to assign to this commission card. Now I can select either an individual customer, all customers, customers from a particular price group or discount group, or customers in a customer commission group. If I was to select customer commission group in the customer number field, I will specify the customer commission code. I have one here created for meat, and if we actually take a look at our customers, we can see that the customer 91,000, the meat shop, has this specific code assigned to it in the invoicing fast tab and in the customer commission group field. Now, if we go back, we can actually include several customers in the same commission customers page and in the same commission card. So I can say that I want another specific customer to assign this to this commission card. Let's say, for example, customer 20,000, Trey Research. And we would follow a very similar process for items. I can select either an individual item, all items, item categories, or item commission groups. Let's say I want to assign specifically the item sausage. Now moving on to our agents. Again, we can either select an agent or an agent commission code. Let's say in this situation, I want to assign specifically agent 1, which if we open up agent 1 and open up the agent card, we can see that this agent is a salesperson and the individual is BC Benjamin Chu. And now we have an agent assigned to the commission card as well, and we can specify several agents. So now that we've completed our setup process, let's take a look at how sales commissions works in Business Central through a scenario. Let's assume that in this scenario, we have a sales order that is going to calculate a commission based on the percentage of sales amount, and that amount, that value is going to be 5%. Our customer is going to be a Datum Corporation, and the order is going to be for 125 cases of the item sausage. This would mean that the line amount total is going to be $10,000, and therefore our commission amount should be $500. So from here, let's take a look at our commission card first. We're going to be using commission card 4, commission plan 4. This is going to be calculated based on a percentage of sales amount. Our amount is 5%. We have assigned this to customer 1000, which is a Datum Corporation. The item attached is item F1, which is sausage. And the agent in question is agent 4, which if we take a look at is going to be JO or Jim Olive. Now from here, let's go to our sales orders. And here we have a sales order for a Datum Corporation that reflects our scenario. It is for 125 cases of the item sausage, and if we scroll over, we can see that the line amount is $10,000. So from here, if we were to post, we will open up the posted sales invoice and we'll click on Find Entries. And we will open up the commission entry. And from here, we get more information on the commission calculated, and we see that the calculated amount is $500. Now, the remaining amount is $500, and this is because we haven't actually posted this amount to the agent just yet. So from here, if we were to search for post commissions to agents, and if we fill out the fields as necessary, so we're going to do one for agent 4. The commission plan is commission 4, and the commission posting group is CPG 1. If we click on OK, we can see now that the remaining amount has gone from $500 to 0, meaning that the $500 calculated commission amount has been applied to the corresponding agent, agent 4, who is Jim Olive. Now, in certain scenarios, we may want to reverse a transaction and also ensure that the corresponding commission of the transaction is reversed as well. And one of the ways we can do this is through a sales credit memo. So if we go to our sales credit memos, we can see that we have one here for a Datum Corporation, and it is to reverse the entire 125 case transaction from the previous section. We saw the previous scenario in sales invoice. So we've completed this, and if we click on post and open up the posted sales credit memo, once again, if we click on find entries, we will find the commission entry, which will provide more information on the transaction. Now here we can see the calculated commission amount is negative $500. This is to reverse the initial amount, and of course our remaining amount is still negative 500, which means we must actually apply this and post this to the customer first. So if I was to search for post commission to agent, and once again, if we fill out the fields, so agent 4, commission number 4, commission plan 4, with CPG 1 as our commission posting group. If I click on OK, we can once again see that the remaining amount has gone from negative 500 to 0, meaning that the actual negative 500 commission amount has been applied to the agent, the corresponding agent, which in this case is agent 4 or Jim Olive. Now, in certain scenarios, we may want to post the commission amount manually and calculate it manually ourselves as well. So if we take a look at this posted sales invoice, it is for 15 cases of the item sausage, and it is for the customer Datum Corporation. However, if we click on find entries, we can see that in this scenario, a commission entry is not created, and therefore a commission amount has not been calculated automatically. Now, if we want to calculate and post this amount ourselves manually, we would go to the commission journal. Now, we'll fill out the fields as necessary. The document type is the posted sales invoice. Our document number was 103228. The line number pertained to sausage. And let's say the agent that is applicable in this scenario is agent 4. Now, this is of course because we are going to be using the commission card commission plan 4, and therefore as a result we must make sure that all the requirements of commission plan 4 are applicable in this situation. As we saw in the corresponding posted sales invoice, this was for a Datum Corporation, which is a customer that's been assigned to commission card 4, and of course it's for the item sausage, which has also been assigned to commission card 4, and agent 4 in addition is an agent that we have assigned to commission card 4 as well. If any of these factors are not in alignment with the commission card that we've selected, we are unable to post the commission manually through the commission journal. So now moving on, let's say that for this situation, we want to apply an amount of $80 for the commission to agent 4. So I will just include the $80 amount, and I will click on post. Now we can see that the journal lines were posted successfully, and if we go to our commission entries, we can see that the $80 amount has been calculated for agent 4. Now it's also important to note that we can do this process for sales credit memos as well. It does not have to be just solely the posted sales invoice. It can be posted sales credit memos as well.